Scorpio is almost like an investigative reporter, but not in an outward sense. It's more inward, like someone who's deep diving and doing a really juicy biography. Look at yourself. You see your story each time it passes around because, with different cycles, things come up and it's like, wow, it's this again. Why am I thinking about this? Well, don't just play the same record. Open to a different way of letting go of one more layer, and if you keep doing that, eventually the charge is completely gone. Hello, welcome back as we continue working our way through Taurus and Scorpio axis. Today we're on the 7th degree. I appreciate all of you new subscribers and longtime YouTube friends. Let's get to it. Symbols for Scorpio: deep sea divers with special machinery. In ocean's greenish depths, a search for pearls. Deep in a mound, an immense white termite queen giving birth continually. A poem has disappeared from a sheet of paper. All that is left behind are a few iridescent stains. A small cave located high in the hills and filled with goat dung. The stone is ocean pearl. It's thought to tap into your inner wisdom and help you nurture love. It represents innocence, faith, enhances personal integrity. It advances your wisdom, helps with breathing issues. It repels psychic attacks and psychic vampires. It brings truth forward, inhibits immodest behavior, and enhances beauty. There's a deep urge to go deep diving for the truth, for the root cause of why we do the things we do. So if you have this degree and it's strong in your chart, you may be into psychology. The warning here is that to dwell too much in the past can get you stuck there, like those ties that stay bound, because each time you touch on them, they come into the present and you stay bound to them. So there is that warning. So each time something comes up that you're maybe not proud of, or that's been a sore spot that you continually seem to trip over, it's like your Achilles heel, take a look at it if you can. And if the things that you've tried are not working to get rid of it, then write it down and burn it. That's one way you can do it. Tell someone you trust. But to admit that you have an issue is one way to start to let go of the charge of something. It helps loosen its grip. When someone goes searching for pearls, they're searching for wisdom, the deepest wisdom. So there's that ability here to tap into that. But don't mull over the past too much because we can get stuck there. All right, let's take a look at Taurus. The stone is soapstone. It has a soothing, balancing effect while creating a positive, calming energy. It helps one prepare for changes in life, promotes truth, logic, rational, creative thinking. It helps you release old routines and provide new opportunities. It reminds us that anything is possible. It speaks to the sacral chakra, and it aids in confidence. The symbols are the woman of Samaria at the ancestral well. A man cleanses his aura with pink light. A large ruby inscribed with a prayer. At a well, a large cask is filled with cool water. Research leads a man from one book to another. So here, the primary theme is the woman of Samaria, so let's talk about that. It's a story from the Bible. If you have more information about this and you'd like to share it with everybody, we would love to hear it. But here is a brief synopsis of my understanding of it. This woman was part of a tribe, the Sumerians, that were outcast. It was an outcast society from the Jews. They were on the outskirts of the city. And even within her own society, she was an outcast because I believe she had been married and she was no longer married. So being an unmarried woman, she was further outcast. I don't know if there was more to her story, but she was outcast. So the women of Samaria would go and fill their jugs in the morning when it was cool. But she didn't want to be around them. She wasn't accepted by them. And so she would go in the afternoon. And that is when she met Jesus. And so this is a meeting of a woman who is completely disenfranchised from a completely disenfranchised group. So twice removed. And it is said that he would not even tell his own disciples, I am the Messiah. But he did tell her that because she had been broken open and so far removed from the old guard, even the new guard that she was a part of, so that she knew that the order wasn't working. She knew there had to be something else, and her mind was open to it, and so she received that message. So that's the story of the woman of Samaria. This degree is asking us to choose to focus on the positive, not the negative. The ruby is a symbol of the sun and inscribing a prayer on it. So, midday sun, say a prayer. Being open to a new way of being, understanding that the old patterns are completely obsolete to the point where you're completely open to the new. So, like a little baby, your eyes are wide open and you're open to you want to be loved, you want to take things in, you see the wonder of the world through the eyes of a baby. There's a strong power here to be able to ignore the negative, to understand that the universe is continually bountiful, like the great white termite from the Scorpio's sign. What that symbolizes is that there's always a birthing going on. At each step, there's always a birthing. And that right now, it's an inward focus for this particular impasse that we're at, the 7th degree. Negativity breeds negativity. Positivity and love breeds bounty and love. And so turning the other cheek, being open, and being okay being different. Embracing being different. Understanding that words like the prayer inscribed on the ring, they create action. They create movement in the universe. So if you write something down, you write something good down. If you think about yourself, you think about yourself in a positive light. And the more you do that, and since this is a degree where we're focusing inward, focus pink light into yourself. And the more we do that, the lighter we become. The more in the flow of bounty we feel. The opposite is also true. This is saying that two-edged sword. Whatever we think of, we get more of. It multiplies. And if we can be brave enough to unearth the layers of whatever it is we've been repressing, that we lighten enough to open up to divine messages that come to us through intuition and hunches and synchronicities. But the opposite is also true. So you have a choice. Meeting each circumstance with new eyes, like the eyes of a child, the eyes of a baby, in wonderment. Being open to that. Divine meetings. It could mean, dreams where you do actually meet the Messiah. I mean, it can happen. So, turn on the pink light, ocean pearls, deep sea divers, but this time we're deep diving within. So that is what I have for you. I thank you guys so much for being here, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, take care.